Alright guys, man, that Alex Pereira Ankalaev fight has been on my mind a lot lately, guys. Ever since that fight's been booked, I've been thinking about a million different ways on how that fight could end up. Like, for starters, I've been thinking, okay, Ankalaev could just simply take down Alex Pereira for 5 rounds, and he could just take the belt, and that'll be it. Or Alex Pereira could knock him out in the first 2 rounds, and he'll show his exceptional stand-up game. Or in another magic world, this fight could be a draw. Literally, I've been thinking a million ways this fight can play out. And guys, one way I thought of is that simply this fight is going to be a freaking war between these two, man. This fight is going to be like Robbie Lawler and Rory McDonald, man. I just see it being another moment like that for some odd-ass reason. Call me crazy. I know this isn't that same type of storyline, but I see the fight just playing out like that. A blood fest, 2 dudes just shedding blood, going at it, this leading up to the judges, or a possible knockout in the 5th round. And if this does lead up to the judges, this will be a hard fight to score. Now, guys, I've been thinking, what are the flaws of Alex Pereira, and what are the flaws of Ankalaev, and what are their good moments? What can they excel at, and how can they succeed in their path to victory? And guys, I've been thinking about a couple of things. Now, guys, we all know Alex Pereira is by far the better stand-up fighter going into this fight. Now, guys, in no way, shape, or form I would ever tell myself that the Russian will be a better striker than the Brazilian. Until the Russians can show me something different, that will always be my theory. Just like the same theory that I have with the Asians. Every time that I see an Asian that's highly favorite, I will always fade him. I don't give a damn who you are until you can show me something different. That will be my theory. Now, you guys might call me crazy for saying this, but Alex Pereira has to dial down on his greatest weapon, and that is the leg kicks. Now, both guys are southpaws going into this fight, and the leg kicks are going to be a little bit tougher for Alex Pereira to connect on. So he has to dial it down, especially going into the early rounds when you have a fresh Ankalaev. So in order to dial it down, I suggest that Alex Pereira goes to the body, and that will be a great substitution in order to not go to the leg. Now, also, Alex Pereira's jabs has been looking absolutely exceptional. You look at that Khalil Roundtree fight, it looked beautiful, especially in the 3rd or the 4th round. It was exceptional, and that's exactly what he needs to do constantly. He needs to jab the hell out of Ankalaev's face, and that will be another path to victory for Alex Pereira. Now, one last good thing we could talk about with Alex Pereira is that when you think he gets tired, he resurfaces a new gas tank out of nowhere, and he's ready to inflict pain after he resurfaces that new gas tank. So that can also play key going into this fight, going into those championship rounds. Now, guys, let's go ahead and talk about Alex Pereira's flaws. Now, he will take a round off. We did talk about him resurfacing a new gas tank, but a mix of him resurfacing that new gas tank, it will be in the being of him taking a round off. And if he does take a round off, that equals him losing a round. 1 + 1 = 2, guys. There's no way you take a round off and win. But we haven't seen him in championship rounds much. That's another flaw. Now, we haven't seen Alex Pereira go into those deep championship rounds. The only time we've seen it was him going against Khalil Roundtree and him going against Alex Pereira in that first bout. And guys, like I said, in that first bout, he was tired in that 4th round when it was a competitive fight with Israel Adesanya. And we can argue, well, not argue, he was losing that first fight until he had that great knockout moment. His wrestling is way below average. I don't have to explain that to you guys. And his only path to victory that I can see going into this fight is him winning those early rounds. He has to win round 1, 2, and 3. I don't see in a magic world where Alex Pereira can go ahead and win those championship rounds when you have a dude that's well-rounded like Ankalaev. Alex Pereira has to go ahead and inflict this damage early. Now, guys, one thing we all know and the basic MMA fans know is that Alex Pereira's grappling skills is trash. I'm talking about it is way below average. So, guys, we're going to look at this footage between Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya in their first fight, and we're going to look at this grappling dispute that they had. Now, guys, keep in mind, Israel Adesanya isn't a grappler by any means necessary, but he had him tied up in the clinch, and he had it tied up so tight in the clinch to the point where Alex Pereira was complaining to the ref and saying, "What the hell are you doing? Are you not going to break this up or what?" So, guys, Israel Adesanya in his next picture also felt comfortable in the 5th round. This could have been a deciding factor of the fight to make Alex Pereira lose, to where he felt like he wanted to throw an outside leg trip. And this is not in Israel Adesanya's playbook at all. But he did not connect the outside leg trip, and it left him open for a mean left hook. And it didn't do much damage, but it could have done more damage for a dude like Ankalaev. We have a body-to-body lock that Israel Adesanya had Alex Pereira in, connected, dropped him down to his back. And look, if you see in this next picture right here that's coming up, he almost had him inside control. Boom. Almost had him inside control. And it could have been a nasty look for Alex Pereira, for a dude that's nasty on the ground and pound. But he didn't do anything on that side control. And if you guys go ahead and look at this next picture right here, boom, he took his back. And guys, if you have Ankalaev on your back like this, not a dude like Israel Adesanya, it's going to be nasty. It's going to be ugly, and it's going to be furious. Punches will be thrown, and they will be hard. If you guys go ahead and look at this next footage right here, Jan Blachowicz had the single leg, a bigger guy, keep in mind. Not much of a wrestler background, but he is pretty decent at wrestling. But he connected on the single leg, and they had a slight scramble, but Jan Blachowicz ended up getting on top of Alex Pereira. And once you go ahead and put Alex Pereira in deep waters, look at that, boy. Had him in deep waters, had him connected on the full block. Woo, I'm telling you, a dude like Ankalaev put you in these situations, getting that back, it can be ugly for Alex Pereira. But guys, I've just been thinking a little bit about the fight. Nothing too crazy. I just want you guys to know what I've been thinking about, what's been going through my head. I haven't had a full breakdown, but this is a slight rough draft on how I'm feeling. And let me know, am I tripping on my thoughts? That's all I want to know, guys. Put it down in the comments. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know, am I going crazy or what? All in all, guys, 5 likes is all I'm asking for. A handful of you guys to go ahead and like the video. We are on the road to 500 subscribers, so go ahead and help the cause out. Damn it, help the cause out. All in all, you know what to do. I ain't got to tell you to. It's your boy Fetty MMA. And I'm out, baby.